arrived yesterday, and to say that I'm excited is an understatement. We've been here a little less than 24 hours now, and it is beautiful. We have the whole place to ourselves. Well, I looked out the window and I just saw all the stars, no light pollution whatsoever. Literally right now, I hear like one car in the distance. I hear the dog licking himself. I hear one bird chirping a minute ago. And when he's not licking himself, you can hear there's like a little, they have an irrigation system that's just a hose. And whenever there's a tree, there's a hole poked and then the water comes out that way. And you can kind of hear that little sprinkle. And that's it. That's it. This is incredible. And there's a bathroom that's free with showers. I'm sure it doesn't have hot water. If it does, that would be great, but I don't really think so. Trash cans and picnic tables, barbecue grills, palapas if you want to get some shade. So it's really incredible. It got really cool here last night. That was awesome. I'm really loving it. It's such a nice change. Like I said in a recent video, you know, being back in Monterrey is great because it's convenient. Like I can do shopping and order online. I get to see my friends. I have my mechanic and veterinarian right there. So anything I need is like easy to get. But at the same time, it's also really stressful. Mostly because of the pets. I think if I didn't have any pets, it wouldn't be like that bad. You know, hearing the street noises and just, you know, dealing with city stuff. But because I have a lot of pets, you know, walking 5 dogs on a leash is not really fun. We all much prefer to be somewhere in nature where they can just run around and relax. They're way less stressed, I can tell. I'm way less stressed. I've already had a few people comment how happy I look in my photos here because I'm way more relaxed. I just really feel in my element being out in nature and camping. And, you know, I was thinking about it. I think this is the first time I'm boondocking in Mexico in nature. So I did boondock in Real de Catorce, but I slept in a parking lot. So, you know, there wasn't anyone around at night. That is not the same as being the only person in the middle of the sand dunes. So it's pretty cool. It's an interesting experience. I have boondocked in the US before, but not a whole lot. I expect to be doing boondocking in the US this summer, if all goes well. That'll be my plan when I come back from some other travels I have going on between now and then, which will be a surprise, but I already mentioned Guatemala and there's something else too. It is just wonderful. I can't believe it. It's just feeling really good. I'm thinking to myself, like, I only have 4 weeks until I have to be back in Monterrey, and I usually stay at least 1 to 2 weeks in each place because I'm working during the week, so it's just way less stressful that way and gives me a chance to get to know the area because, you know, I'm working during the day most of the time. So I have the weekends to explore and I can spend, you know, a little bit of time each day going out for walks and stuff like that. And I have everything that I need for the next 2 weeks, except we're going through water a lot quicker than I anticipated because also the 4 dogs that live here are drinking our water and it's quite dry. So there is tap water, but honestly, I don't usually give tap water to my dogs. It can sometimes have different bacterias and stuff in it here in Mexico, so I give them the same filtered water that I buy for myself. I can go into town. I saw there's some like local shops nearby that I'm sure somebody sells water because a lot of Mexicans drink this purified water too, so it's not that it's going to be hard to find or expensive or anything like that. But we'll see, see how far we get on the water that we have. But I have tons of food. I realized, like, I stocked up on food at Costco, like stuff that doesn't expire easily. And I have so many dry goods. And I realized I have only 1 month more of camping before I go flying some places. So I better get eaten on my dry goods. So I probably won't have to buy very much groceries over the next month. I guess just like fruit, vegetables, dairy products, water, ice, dog food, stuff like that. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. So, and I've been feeding these guys too because the dogs that live here, because they're very thin and there's nobody staying here during the week. There's nobody, like, as far as I can tell, coming to check on the property or anything. And they picked up all the trash this morning. There's nothing here for them. So I am so happy to be here. Words cannot express. Yeah, I'll bring you guys along. I think that's enough talking, and enjoy Dunas de Bilbao, which is in the state of Coahuila, which is to the west of Monterrey and Nuevo León. Just hanging out with 9 dogs. This is a really beautiful place to camp or just come for the day. And entrance fee is 30 pesos, which is about $1.50 for the day. If you want to camp, it's an extra 50 pesos, so 80 pesos total, just $4. I'm not sure if that's per vehicle or per person. I suspect per person. But you have access to these beautiful dunes, literally like steps away from where you park. So that is pretty cool. They also have free bathrooms here that have showers as well, cold water, and trash cans. There's some palapas where you can sit in the shade. There's some trees where you can park in the shade. That's basically it. There's really good Telcel or Google Fi service here, so no problem if you need to work, make a call, surf the internet, whatever. It's all good. On the weekends, this place is packed, but during the week, a handful of people come through. Can you see him? He has really good camo. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't have seen him if he didn't move. It would be neat to see how long it takes to get to those mountains. I have no idea, honestly. It doesn't look that far, but then again, there's really no telling. It would be neat to see what they look like up close over there. We'll see. See how we do. Well, guys, I think this might be the tallest point in the whole sandbox, because if you look around, I can't see anything taller than it. Wow. Having a beautiful sunset tonight. These are the main roads. There's one there you can barely see because it's dark, and this is just a side road that connects to it. It basically just curves around. There's nobody here. We're literally here by ourselves. This is the entrance, and they will collect your toll here. As you can see, the cost is 30 pesos per person, and camping is an extra 50 pesos. Over here we have some palapas, Mexican architectural structure that provides shade, and also some barbecue area and picnic tables. Here you can see the palapas. Unlike palapas that I've shown in another video that were at a hotel or the cabañas, these do not have any electricity, but still very big for having shade, so it's nice. Over on the other side, there's actually some swimming pools. Here in Mexico, they call them albercas. And the swimming pools are not ready for use right now. They do have some water, but they're quite slimy. But there's one right there. And then as you get a little bit further in, you will see this green building, which is a bathroom. And then that second red building, or reddish orange, is also a bathroom. Now this green one has actually showers as well, which the red one does not have. And over here we're just passing more shade. And then basically you can see my van over there. Just all around is just dunes, dunes, dunes. And as you go out into the dunes, there'll be less and less vegetation. Look at this kid chasing that poor bird. There's less and less vegetation as you get out in the dunes, but the dunes is only like kind of a small area. Like honestly, if I go walking for 30 minutes and come back, I've usually walked to the end of the dunes, so like almost any direction I go in. It looks like they're doing some farming on this side. I don't know of what. I have seen like some palm trees being farmed, so I'm not sure. The plants are too small to have any idea what they are. But we have a couple more parking areas back here. This is typically, well, like when I came here on Sunday and the park was full, this is where I saw everybody parked There's one little vendor. I think there was another vendor in the Palapas area. Obviously, they're not selling anything during the week, but this one sells like French fries. Well, I don't know, actually. Maybe it's just chips. Papas fritas could mean either one. And like sodas and stuff. And then over here, this is like the main parking area. So where all these different trees are. Don't mind my dirty hands. That's where people park. You can see the menu here. So maybe patatas fritas just means chips. But you can get a snack from like $1, $1.50. Beverages are like 75 cents. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then there's Marshmallow over there under the shade. That spot tends to be pretty shady all the time, so that works out really well. It's been pretty hot today. It was 96 degrees. I took a nap in the afternoon. I woke up sweating. But honestly, it stays pretty relatively cool in the van compared to the, 96 degrees outside. So there's a couple of parking spots over there. They're not clearly delineated, but you just don't want to drive up in the sand because you can get stuck. I now know how to unstick a vehicle from the sand because somebody got stuck the other day and I helped them get unstuck along with someone else who knew how to get them unstuck, which was basically, and you can actually see it right there, which is basically like dig out all the sand from under the car in all directions as much as you can. Sure enough, it worked. So I was a little worried maybe my van would be stuck, but nope, it was fine. I was able to go into town today to get more water, ice, and came back. Good morning, everybody. It's 8:15 a.m. on Saturday. We got up around, I don't know, 7:30 or something like that. The sun was already mostly risen and just packed up the van not to leave anything valuable, potentially valuable outside. Closed the windows so nobody can mess with the kittens. And here we came. I packed up my backpack with some snacks. Got our new friends here. We've basically, in about 20 minutes or so, we've walked across basically the whole sand dune area. This is getting into more like, I don't know, it is still sand, but maybe like almost clay underneath, and certainly more vegetation. So we're just exploring, see what we get up to today. I wanted to get out early while it's still cool. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees today or something like that, and I'm sure a lot of people will be coming, so I wanted to get the dogs some exercise and myself too while it's still cool. And then we'll go back to camp, and if there's not too many people, I will have a shower and everybody will have breakfast. It's really neat to see the the different tracks out here. So like this one, I don't know, someone who's more familiar with, desert species would probably know what that is, but it's super tiny. And then that's a really tiny one too. This is really tiny. Like, I've seen this one before and I don't know, like it's definitely smaller than a cat. So I don't know, is it some kind of small rabbit? But when I see something like this, I think to myself, like, is this a snake? I don't know if the snake moves in a pattern like this. It's so different out here. You can see how dry and cracked that the soil is. A lot more scrubs. It's very different than in the sand dunes. Really interesting how just a little bit further, it's a different environment. So we emerged from the lair that's very shrubby, and now we're in the lair that's also shrubby but not so much, and more soft sand, but no dunes. And there's a road here, so we're just following it for a little while until we feel like turning back. Wow, this is so lush. I don't know, is that a melon I see in there? Yeah, melons. Cool. I don't know if they're like just cantaloupe, probably is mostly what you see here in Mexico. Could be honeydew. Wow, a melon patch. That's pretty cool. They must have to, oh my gosh, they must use so much water here because it's so dry and melons need a lot of water. Wow, pretty cool. It's probably pretty windy, but here we are on our morning walk. Not a whole lot to showcase, although this is like a pottery graveyard. It's so interesting. I saw the same thing in Morocco out in the sand, and I'm not sure why. I understand that some people throw trash in nature, but why specifically in this area do we have like painted pieces of pottery? Play a game. Where's Antoline? Not in the van, not on the ground. Brisa's climbing a tree. Campana's trying to climb a tree. Oh, wait. There's Antoline. Antoline, meow. Meow. Oh, stay up there, Antoline. Poor girl. Don't, oh my God, these nuts. Don't worry, soon I'm gonna take... Oh my gosh. Soon I'm gonna go for my shower, and everyone will follow me, and then Antoline will come down. We've done this technique before, and it works